We're going to be talking a lot about the tier system, that announcement coming later this morning, about 11:30. Matt Hancock, I think, is in the Commons, but we're going to be talking to Priti Patel. We're going to be talking to Andy Burnham, who's looking after Greater Manchester, of course, and we'll be talking to Mark Drakeford as well, First Minister of Wales.
Also got experts. Of course we have experts a little later on this morning, 8:10. If you've got questions you still remain unanswered in your head, there's no such thing as a stupid question at the moment.
Absolutely
because
not.
almost everyone is asking the same things one way or another. So keep those coming into us. We will try and do our best to answer all of those for you. Time now, 6:06.
Isn't it? You know the film Alien?
Whereas that thing we just saw at the end there, well, I'm sorry, whatever that was, looked lovely.
Very, very nice.
Pretty.
But I don't think you should dub anything ugly.
No.
Ever. Should you, Carol?
Good point.
Morning.
Good morning, both of you.
It's warm, isn't it?
It is very mild tomorrow, but then as we head into the weekend, it's going to turn cooler again with temperatures closer to average. Not particularly cold, just cooler than this.
You're going to tell us more in about half an hour, I know you are. Thanks very much, Carol.
Right.
Let's see, time now is 6:12. We're going to have a look at this morning's papers for you. Thursday morning.
So the recommendation, a nutritionist at Action on Salt says that you could try different healthier toppings, no added salt, peanut butter, or eat it with a scrambled egg to make one crumpet more substantial. Now, I don't think you could ever eat just one crumpet, could you?
That's the problem. The crumpets are more than one item. Really,
Lashings of butter.
They definitely
What's your favourite topping for a crumpet?
Well, butter, I know in the piece they talk about Marmite and, is it peanut butter? Some people have peanut butter on, which doesn't really appeal to me. But,
Cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese for me.
I think people eat them anyway, and it is one of those things, isn't it? It's a bit, it's kind of winter comfort food. It's one of those things. But
in
there you go.
moderation. Enjoy. 6:15 is the time.
For most of us, the difference between being able to eat in a restaurant or grab a takeaway might not seem a lot.
Yeah, but when it comes to businesses, it's the difference between survival and failure after, obviously, a really tough year. Now, Nina is at a cafe in Trafford for us where today's tier review will mean so much. Nina, morning to you. So currently in Tier 3, has been for months.
Yes.
Nina, thank you very much for that. Just on a technical note, as we understand it, that announcement in connection with the tiers is to be made in the House of Commons from, I think it's 11:30 this morning. And what happened previously was that there was a checker, so you can go in and look at your area, put postcode in, and then you see whether anything has changed. So that's happening later on this morning.
6:20 is the time. Ella Adu Kissy Deborah was just 9 years old when she died following a severe asthma attack in 2013. She had lived near London's South Circular, which is one of the capital's busiest roads.
After a landmark ruling yesterday, Ella became the first person in the UK to have air pollution listed as a cause of death. Ella's mum, Rosamond, said the verdict was justice for her daughter, as Jane McCubbin now reports.
This is the face of the...
Well,
So-
isn't that lovely?
Listening to Josephine and Rosario, and Josephine saying, you know, sings in the loo. I always find singing in the loo's best because it's the acoustics make you sound fantastic. Try it. Try it at home.
Time now to get the news, travel, and weather where you are.
Naga and Charlie.
Carol, thank you. See you later on.
Pleasure.
Millions of people across England should find out this morning, later this morning, around 11:30, if a change to coronavirus restrictions is on the way for their area.
Ahead of the announcement, our correspondent John Maguire has been getting a sense of what life is like within each of the three tiers and whether there's an appetite for change. Welcome. I might see you later on. Time now is 7:44.
United States prosecutors are close to filing charges against a Libyan man who's suspected of making the bomb that blew up Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie in 1988. This is according to US media.
If successful, it could mean Abu Agia Mohammed will be ordered to stand trial in the US.
Now, Dr. Jim Swire lost his daughter Flora in the attack and says that he's still waiting for the truth nearly 32 years later. And he joins us now.
At this stage in December, Charlie and Naga.
So, Carol, what, 8:43, 8:44, that's when we'll find out what the northern region of Inner Mongolia is experiencing in terms of weather and wind chill factors, etc., etc. Yes?
I can have a look at this, but I think we should take a poll on it, whether anybody actually wants to know, Naga, or if you'd rather know, is it going to be cold next week in the UK? Are we going to have a white Christmas perhaps somewhere?
Carol,
I believe the weather
why
in
don't
the
you do both?
south of Mongolia is very different from the north. I
Yeah,
believe there's quite a big difference
you should look into
in
that,
that.
Carol.
in that.
It's something you should know about. Of course, it's there in your brain bank, obviously. Look forward to them both, Carol.
Obviously.
13,
More time, please.
13 minutes past 8 is the time right now. So, with just over 1 week to go until Christmas Day, the Prime Minister has said it would be inhumane to cancel the planned relaxation of restrictions, but he has called for shorter, smaller celebrations.
Let's find out what the rules are in Scotland and Northern Ireland.